uncontrollable shaking at one point. Now it seems to be
Under
going
control for
down.
now.
Yeah, under control for now. So I'm going to the hospital to see what the doctor tells me.
But so far, so good. You're gonna make it.
Welcome back to the channel, Roy Ones. I feel amazing. Why I'm alive, baby, I'm alive. I know it's been a while. But boy, oh boy, do I have some stories to tell you. As you can tell through the intro, I went to the emergency room. Why did I go to the emergency room, you may ask? It's because I ate a piece of fish that was full of worms. How do I know? It's because I did an enema for 7 days, and the only thing that came out was spaghetti-like worms in the bowl for 7 days straight. So let me back up a little bit. So I bought this fish, cooked it. Of course, the fish is wild caught. All the certificates and emblems you could possibly imagine on the package that said this is wild caught and it's the best fish you can get. Not to mention this is fish I eat all the time. When I say all the time, I mean at least 4 to 5 times a year, because I don't really eat fish much. Maybe once every 3 months. So with that being said, I ate the fish. That same day, I noticed I didn't go to the bathroom. Now this is very unusual for me because I generally go to the bathroom 2 to 3 times a day. And when I say go to the bathroom, I mean the number 2. So that night, I wound up taking a colon cleanse. The same colon cleanse that I've been taking for years that worked efficiently. I woke up the next morning, I didn't go to the bathroom. I started to get nervous. I said, this is insane right now because I've never been constipated before in my life. My whole life. So this led me to go, okay, there's something wrong going on here. So I wound up doubling up on the colon cleanses. I still didn't go to the bathroom the next morning. Now this is day 1 day constipated, 2 day constipated. On the 3rd day, I'm freaking out like heavily. So I switched to a different colon cleanse that night. But there was something very unusual that happened to me that night. Around 3 o'clock in the morning, while I was asleep, I just felt this like thousands, it felt like thousands or millions of things crawling on me. I wake up like, what is going on? I look, turn on the light, nothing. I don't see anything, right? So whatever's going on is going on internally. So I'm really freaking out. So I get up, I can't wait for the day to start because I get up in the morning as soon as I could, I call my enema specialist. This is someone that I've been doing enemas with for a couple of years now. I call her, I say, listen, I need to come because I haven't gone to the bathroom in days. I'm freaking out. She was like, okay, LeBar, I could set you up for something next week. And I said, no, I need to come now. So she wound up scheduling me an appointment the next day, which is still too long for me, but she set it up for me. And they did all the blood cell analysis where you take a little drop, you see what's in your blood. Unfortunately, I don't have too many images or something like that because I was freaking out. I didn't have time to record anything because I was freaking out. So she sees the blood. All you see is what appears to be in the blood, like endless parasites in the blood. Parasites, worms, whatever you want to call them. And then she did an iriology test too. And there was some issues going on there. And she pointed out the constipation was literally obvious through my eyes. So we set up an appointment for the next day. I go there. I crap 5 days worth of fecal matter out. The smell was incredibly horrific. 5 days, y'all. This was insane. Even when she came to clean up, she's like, what is this? This is insane, the smell. I was like, I know. So I left to go clean up even more. She came back, she called me back and said, listen, Lamar, come back. Because she always shows me what came out of me. And what I saw was a bowl full of worms, tri-colored worms. She said, LeVar, this is, you're pretty much infested at that time. I was like, oh my God, this is insane. I knew it already, but I felt like 60% better just by relieving myself. So I said, I know I'm gonna get better. I'm feeling better right now. So with that being said, there was 7 days of this that I was doing that I signed up for. Every day I did enemas. So the second day was the same thing, full of worms. The third day I got up to meditate. This is something very interesting. I got up to meditate and I really couldn't because there was something right here. I don't know what it was. Every time I breathed in, it was like this pain and I felt it. It was like some kind of weird lump that I felt in my sternum. And every time I breathed, it just would feel real stiff. And I said, you know what? I'm not even gonna worry about that. I'm not even gonna worry about it. With too many things to be worrying about at that point. So I go to do the enema. Again, it's insane. I'm crapping like a madman. I get up, she cleans up. She says, LeVar, come in here. I came in there, of course the worms were there, but she said, listen, look at this. It was some kind of circular thing like that. Tricolored again. She said, I've never seen this before. And she's been doing that over 20 years. And I looked at it, I said, I didn't see it before. I have no idea what it is myself. But then I did remember, it was the same size feeling in my sternum. Whatever was there came out. I said, I don't know what it is. I'm just happy that it's out. You know, there's so many things going on right now. I didn't have no clue. I could speculate some things that it would be, but I have no clue. 7 days in, she looks at me, still coming out like crazy. She said, you got a lot of work to do. This is not the end of it. You have to actually continue a cleanse. And I said, that's fine. So we came up with a game plan. The game plan was to take a parasite cleanse for 30 days, off and on. Like, so for 30 days, I'm gonna take a parasite cleanse, off for 30 days, parasite cleanse for another 30 days, or for another 30 days. You gotta do that for 6 months. So that's 3 packs of 30-day supply of parasite cleanse I have to do off and on, which is not a problem. I'm on it right now to do it. That's part of the game plan. The other game plan was I have to learn, because I even had to learn what a parasite really was and why they were infecting me. I went all out. I took a course in parasites. This is how crazy it was for me. I had to learn everything I could. So I took this course in parasites to find out exactly what it was, how it works, and why was I infiltrated, right? And it was basically because of the fish. I knew that, and because I didn't go to the bathroom enough, like at all, it gave the parasites the environment they needed to thrive and multiply by, I don't even know how much. You know, it just was multiplying, because it didn't even, the other thing happened on the third day. I felt these thousands of things flowing through my body at 3 o'clock in the morning, but also on the 4th day, I felt the same thing at 3 o'clock in the morning. Then after the course, the parasite cleanse course, I realized, hey, these parasites, 3 o'clock in the morning is like the time that they get some kind of, the moonlight actually activates them in a certain kind of way. So this was insane. But the learning curve that I experienced was magnificent. I didn't want to go through it in that way, through so much chaos. And when I also, let me revert back a little bit real quick and I'll end it with this. When I went to the emergency room, they did a blood test. They said they ain't find nothing. All my vitals were normal. They said the only thing in my blood was I was a little bit low on iron. So then what did I find out when I learned about the parasites? They feed off iron. They feed off the iron in your body. So this was like another thing that was crazy. And the other significant thing that I did during this period was look for a new primary care physician. And I found her. She is magnificent. She's so magnificent, I wound up flying to where she's located just so I can get a better perspective on what's going on in my blood. I'll share that with y'all in the next video.